in 2023, or specifically mid-2022 and mid-2023, which is pretty much where we're at now, as a consumer of media, has been pretty interesting, to state the least. One of the first things that was really cool to me was I'm an avid Doctor Who fan. I love the show Doctor Who. I've watched it since I was a little kid. And the last few years of Doctor Who kind of sucked. I'm not gonna lie, it really, really sucked. Like the last few seasons, I mean, I think Jodie Whittaker is like a pretty decent actor, but I just think the writing really failed the show. Screw you, dog. Um, but kind of the final episode kind of felt cool, but kind of too cool, if that makes any sort of sense. Like too powerful. Honestly, I don't know. Anyway, but seeing David Tennant return as the Doctor in Doctor as the next Doctor was really cool to me, and knowing that we'll be able to see him again as the Doctor, even if it's just for a little bit, is awesome to me. And seeing Russell T Davies return as the show writer is beyond phenomenal to me. So, you kind of got like a thing going here already. Like, you see stuff kind of coming back here, kind of going well. And then I got Splatoon 3. That was a phenomenal game. Absolutely great. I love the game. I still play it. And seeing the Mario movie trailer was pretty cool. Seeing the Indiana Jones trailer a few months later was awesome. For Indiana Jones on the Dial of Destiny. Because I am a big Indiana Jones fan. I love Indiana Jones. I've watched the films countless times. My favorite being the Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, believe it or not. I know many people probably don't like that movie, but I personally find it to be my favorite movie of all time. And seeing the Nintendo Direct with like a Zelda game, which was already teased about beforehand, new Pikmin game, DLC for Splatoon 3, Kirby. I mean, it kind of felt like weird just really re-releasing a game that was on the Wii. But, still pretty neat to see Kirby. But just seeing all these games and new movies coming out, like sequels we've been waiting for a long time, is really cool. I'm an Indiana Jones fan. I am a Doctor Who fan. I am a Nintendo fan. I love all those franchises, all those companies, all that junk. So seeing all that, and another one was the Avatar 2, which I personally don't care too much for it, but some of my family does. And seeing and knowing that it was already a really great first movie, the Avatar, the original one, I know that that was a phenomenal movie that people loved. And to see it be released now is cool. It feels like it feels kind of like a bunch of things that people have been waiting for to happen is now happening. We're getting new Zelda, we're getting new games, we're getting new sequels to movies that we've been waiting for ages. It's awesome, to say the least. Like, there's still some things I wish would happen, I think some franchises need some attention. Like, we haven't had a new 2D Mario game in ages. I think 3D Mario games are cool, but I would love a good old classic side-scrolling, 2D Mario game. That would be pretty cool to me, but just seeing all the stuff being put out there is awesome to me. And I am pretty excited to see, that 90s show was teased a while back for Netflix, and I'm excited for that because I actually enjoyed that 70s show. That was a really cool show to me. I haven't watched it yet, but I plan to at some point. But I think I would love to see like a new Mario movie, like I like kind of like a Luigi's Mansion or with that egg at the end of the credits. I'd love to see a Yoshi's Island or at least a Yoshi movie, which would be really cool, especially since like it was teased like there was a Yoshi egg at the end. So who knows? Um, but I'm curious to see like the Goosebumps movie was really good, and I'd love to see another movie in that. Um, Another sequel I'd love to see is another Zombieland movie, but I don't think that would probably ever happen. Which Zombieland 2 Double Tap was great. I love the movie, phenomenal. Um, but that was a while ago now. Um, Other than that, there's not. I wouldn't say there's a whole lot that happened. Like I wouldn't say there's like a lot that's happened. But I will say that I think the entertainment industry as a whole, the media industry as a whole is really taking a good big step in the correct direction. And I'm really hope to see some crazy things and some awesome stuff happen, like from video games to movies. I'd love to see like sequels to movies or even shows reignite that we haven't seen in ages. Like Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I've heard that it kind of failed at like that French show, whatever, and people didn't really like it that much. But they said that about the Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and I personally enjoy that movie, so I don't usually take other people's opinions as my own unless I agree with them. So I'm gonna watch at the movie theater, which I did the same with the Mario movie and the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I am a FNAF fan as well. May not seem like it, but I am. I love horror every now and then, but FNAF or Five Nights at Freddy's is one of my favorite franchises of all time. Few games I haven't beat, like Five Nights at Freddy's 4, Five Nights at Freddy's Pizzeria Simulator. Technically didn't beat Five Nights at Freddy's, what's it called? Five Nights at Freddy's Ultimate Custom Night. And I didn't beat Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted either. I beat all the other games. So when they announced the movie back in, what was it, 2015 or 2016? I was really excited. I really wanted to see it in the theaters. But, like, it kept getting delayed, and some said it was canceled, some said it was not happening anymore, but they kept saying, it's happening. Uh, but to see that not only that I got a trailer, but it actually has a proper release date in October of this year is awesome. And I'm hoping that I might be able to see it, if not at least at home when it comes out. Like for people to be able to get the movie, buy it, and rent it or whatever, and watch it at home. That is what I'm excited for. But I kind of hope I can see it in theater though, because I've forgotten how much fun it is to be in a theater. Obviously you have to take the necessary precautions in this new, day and age of COVID rules supreme and all that. But that is pretty exciting. I honestly don't know what to expect. I heard there's gonna be more Avatar movies. I personally don't care much for Avatar, but it's still exciting to see the movies be reignited and see a sequel and more possible sequels. Let's hope it doesn't take like 10 years to develop or whatever, 10 years to develop or whatever. But I'm curious to. Now, what would be really good is a Donkey Kong movie. Donkey Kong, Luigi's Mansion, Yoshi's Island. I would love to see movies like that. Pokemon already has its own thing. Already has a ton of movies and shows. I don't even know if it's like made by Nintendo or Nintendo's like, oh yeah, it's ours. I don't think there's any like the Mario movie was pretty good. But I don't think there's any movies for Splatoon or many. There's like not many video game movies out there that did good that people really enjoyed. So I'm interested. So it's kind of cool to see that Nintendo really made a movie. Sorry, my hair is long, getting messy. But it's kind of cool to see Nintendo make a movie based on a video game, and it actually performed quite well. Because you don't see that happen all the time. Usually done like books translate to movies better than games do, and movies translate the books decently enough. But games have always been one of those things where it's like it doesn't do all that well. Like movies can translate the games pretty well though. Like the Lego Movie video game is a really good game, and it was based off the Lego Movie. So but like it's just really hard to make a movie based off a video game. So it's pretty cool to see Nintendo make a movie based on that. Um, I like the Sonic movie was really good. But it was kind of weird. It was kind of like Tom and Jerry, where they like put um live action, mix it with animation. Kind of weird. So it's kind of nice to see Mario as a movie, just fully in animation or cartoon, whatever you call it, and not just like a mixture of them. Because to me, it's cool to see, but at the same time, it's just kind of weird. Um, so yeah, another cool one would be a Red Dead Redemption movie or show, but I doubt that'll ever happen. I don't know how they do it. Um, but yeah, I'm pretty excited to see what else they'll do. If you have any, you know, hopes, like media, like I'm talking like all media, like books and stuff. Like I got some new FNAF books. I just bought them recently. I haven't really read them, but I'm planning to at some point. Um, Minecraft books, I've read a couple of them, but not many. But these new Five Nights at Freddy's books, I'm pretty excited to read. I just never really got around to reading them. But like I said, I plan to at some point. But it would be pretty cool to see an Animal Crossing show. That is one thing I would love, 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 love to see, an Animal Crossing show or movie. And they had an anime based off of it. I believe it was like Japanese, but I watched like an English dubbed version of it. Um, but that would be really cool to see. I would pay to see that. But I don't know. Comment section is wide open. If you want to comment like what you would love to see in media, like books, magazines, movies, shows, games, all that, like, go ahead and comment below if you have any interests. But that was just something I wanted to share. Because I think the media industry as a whole is really taking a great step in the right direction. And I hope they continue to take the correct step in the right direction.